Today I'm going to be reviewing the Skullcandy Total Wireless Essential Jib True Wireless Earbuds. I snagged these on sale for about $15. They usually run about $30, however. Now the first thing you'll notice is this nice smooth finish on the box itself. It's got a slick little color palette, color layout, and this part is pretty nifty too. Looks kind of holographic just a bit. After admiring the package, the next thing I want to do is look at some of the specs, whatever's provided on the front or the back of the box. The first thing that grabs my attention is the battery time. It says it's up to 22 hours of total battery. The next thing I'm seeing, it's water resistant IPX4. Now this isn't anything super exciting. It's not the IPX6, and it's definitely not waterproof. So that means you can't expect it to work properly if you keep it in water all of the time, or especially if you go really far down into like a deeper body of water or something like that. They may start to malfunction. But you can expect to be able to use this, like say if you're working out. It is really good resistance against sweat, anything like smaller amounts of water. Now the other thing here is you can control music and calls. That's a really good and interesting aspect for any true wireless earbuds. It also has noise isolating fit, and that's something that that most people, if you're using it for calls, you're going to want to have that too. I'll flip it over to the back, and this gives us some more specs of the device, or of the product. We're looking up here, features. Of course, it's got it in different languages. I'm going to be looking at this one. Battery up to 6 hours in buds and 16 hours in the case. So that breaks down that 22-hour time frame that the front of the box said. So you get 6 hours from just the buds themselves, and an additional 16 hours if you sit them back in the case. Water resistant again, that's the IPX4 rating. Call track and volume control. So that means that you can take calls and you can control the volume. You can also change, like if you're listening to music, you can change the song backwards or moving forward to the next track. You can activate the assistant. So this can use, depending on the device you're connecting to, it can use Google. If this works for iPhone, I haven't tested that yet, but if it uses Google, it can, or excuse me, if it uses iPhone, it can, if it connects to iPhone, it can use Siri. Noise isolating fit, again, that works very well for the call aspect. And then this really interesting part is, or piece, is that you can use either bud solo. So you can use both of them together, or if you prefer to just use one at a time, or maybe if one's dying and you want to charge it a little bit more, you just set it back in the case and just use one bud at a time, or you can use them both at the same time. And then it also says the contents that come with the in the package is the true wireless earbuds, the buds themselves, the charging case, the ear gels, small, medium, and large, and just to fit most ear sizes. Micro USB charging cable. So this isn't a lightning charge cable, and it's not a USB Type-C, which most accessories, most cell phones have moved to. It's still on the USB charging cable. It's got a 2-year warranty and a user guide with it. Another thing that I just noticed looking further up here in the corner, it actually does confirm that it works with Android and Apple. So that means that the assistant that you can use is either Siri or Google. further ado, I'm going to open it up, remove the content from the packaging, and see what we've got. Alright, so I've got it open now, and I've got it laid out over here. I do want to mention that the adhesive on the top of this package, on the top of the box here, is incredibly strong. I literally tore it to shreds trying to get into it, so excellent packaging, Skullcandy. Fantastic. Anyways, we're going to move on and see what was actually in the packaging. It came with some extra kind of paperwork here. This is for support for the product. These are some of the some quick controls on how to use the earbuds. It comes also with the user guide, and I presume that to be kind of more of an in-depth layout of the functions and features of the earbuds and how to use them. The package also comes with the gummy earbud gels to fit your ear hole, whatever size yours is, and the USB, micro USB charging cable. And then onto the actual product itself, the actual earbuds themselves. So I want to start with the case first. It comes in this plastic. That looks like it should be the back of the case because it has the charging port for it. It should come out right easy. Okay, gotta get this pulled out. Alright, that was incredibly easy to get out. And this will be the front. Here's the top with the little logo symbol there. Bottom. The back is where the charger goes, the charger port there. Alright, and this little dot here is going to be the light. It's going to show a charging, possibly, I'm not sure if it's going to show pairing, but it'll show if it's charging. Let's get into this. Okay, so this is the inside. This is where the left bud goes, and this is where the right bud goes. So I'm going to lay this here and attempt to pull this out of the package. Okay. It's not as easy as it looks like it should be, but we've got a bud out. This is, oh, okay, it shows L for left. This is the left earbud. It looks a little bulky. I'm not sure how it's going to look or fit in the ear yet. We'll check that out in just a few moments. But on the back, of course, it's got, again, the little logo. And this little spot right here, that's another light. So that's going to indicate charging, pairing, possibly calls. I'm going to go ahead and stick this boy right on into his respective spot. Okay, so it went right in. It looks like it is already, it's possibly charging. And I'm going to try to pull out this other one. Okay, I flipped right out. Alright. Yep, and that is the right earbud. It's already got something on it. I don't know if that's part of the packaging or either way. It's also got the logo on it. It's got the little light spot to indicate charging, pairing, what have you. I'm going to go ahead and stick him into his respective spot. Get them both over in there. I noticed that whenever I stuck the right one in, the left one showed a blue light real quick. There it goes. It came back. So it's flashing blue and orange right now. The right one is still just orange. Presume that to mean that it is charging. Okay, the blue stopped on the left one. Typically with Bluetooth headphones, earbuds, what have you, blue indicates that it is ready to pair or that is in the process of pairing. The easy control paper does not show how to pair, but it does kind of give a quick breakdown of the controls of each earbud. Now, some of these controls are going to be the same for both earbuds, but some of the controls only work for one earbud and vice versa. So, volume down, for example, will only work for the left earbud. Volume up only works on the right earbud. So, to power it on, you're going to want to press and hold each earbud for 2 seconds. Same thing for power off, except you're going to do that for 4 seconds with both earbuds. To track back or go to the previous song, if you're listening to music, you're going to press and hold the left earbud 2 seconds. But if you want to move forward, you're going to press and hold the right earbud for 2 seconds. Same thing for volume down, as we just discussed. Play and pause, you're just going to tap once, and this can do the same thing or will do the same thing for both earbuds. Answering calls also does the same thing for both earbuds, you just tap it once. Activate Assistant is going to be the same thing also for both earbuds. You're going to press 3 times to activate the assistant. But what we're trying to do now, we want to pair these bad boys to the phone. So I'm going to pull out the user guide and see how we're supposed to pair. I can hardly do this with one hand. How we're supposed to pair these earbuds to the phone. I think I've got it. Ha. User guide. Auto pair mode. It's still just orange. It's hard to see it on the camera, but off the camera they're orange. I might have to oh boy, I have to expand this, open it wide. I thought this would be easier. Okay, so I'm gonna do this off camera. Stand by, guys. Those instructions, and it's saying that for pairing mode, I'm supposed to press and hold the button 2 seconds. 1, 2, and it should turn blue. 1, 2. It most certainly did not turn blue. It's still not in pairing mode. This is not as intuitive as they try to make it out to be. I read over the instructions again. As you can tell, the instructions, they do a great job of having visuals, but what they don't do is actually tell you if it needs to be in the case while you're doing this, if it needs to be out of the case while you're doing this, if it matters whether it's in or out of the case, and that's where I got stuck. I didn't know if it mattered. I know in the visual here for pairing mode it shows the earbuds by themselves, not in the case. I didn't know if it mattered, so what I'm going to do now that I'm seeing it's just the earbuds that that are being addressed during the pairing mode. I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these out of the case and see, oop, fell right back in, and see if, oh, right away, see if we can get it into pairing mode. So it went blue for a second. Pairing mode says to press and hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2. It's flashing blue. She'll be ready to pair. Alright, I'm going to set this down for just a moment. I want to get the right one ready for pair as well. Pulled it out. Oh, it flashed blue for a second. Where'd it go? Alright, I'm going to press and hold. 1, 2. That one didn't work as well. 1, 2. Is it dead? It was just charging. 1, 2, 3, 4. That took 4 seconds. Got a little orange light. But it went back off. Tapping. Doesn't do anything. 1, 2. Okay. I think we have some signs of life there. Psych! It doesn't want to work. So I think that it may not be working for me because the right bud is dead. I didn't expect that straight out of the box. I'm going to go ahead and just lay it back into the case, let it charge up as much as it can. I'm going to do that for both of them, just let them kind of charge here. And I'll come back to it in just a little bit, see if we can't get this paired to the phone. To Skullcandy's official website to kind of get a little more insight on what to do with these earbuds, because I felt like they weren't working like they were supposed to. After actually watching the video and reading some of the FAQs, some of the additional information for these earbuds, I believe they may be functioning the way they're supposed to. What's supposed to happen, at least what the video shows, is that you need to take them both out, of course, and they're gonna flash the blue, as we saw. But what's gonna happen is they're flashing blue because they're trying to pair to each other. And then once they're done pairing with each other, the blue on the right one may go out, but the blue is going to continue to flash on the left one to indicate it's ready for pairing. So just kind of a recap, they only flash blue for a second or two once they're both out of the case to pair to each other, to connect with each other. Once they're done doing that, the right one stops flashing, the left one continues flashing so that you can pair to your phone. That was not intuitive whatsoever. I wouldn't have figured that out. I definitely couldn't get that from the user guide because, again, that's very vague. I had to go to their website. If I didn't have access to that, or if I wasn't savvy enough to figure that out, to do that, I probably would have wasted time calling customer service or returning the item, because it didn't seem like it was functioning the way it was meant to. So I'm going to go ahead and try and actually get these bad boys paired with my phone, and we'll see if that's any smoother than the process has been so far. I'm going to go on into my settings now, turn on my Bluetooth. I've got an Android phone, so I'm going into settings and I'm going to hit connected devices. I want to pair a new device. It found the Jib True wireless earphones right away. So I clicked on those to connect to them. It popped up and says pair with Jib True. Allow access to your contacts. Uh-oh, must not have been quick enough. Let's try this again. Jib True, pairing, Pairing, allow access to your contacts and call history. I want to click yes and pair. Alright, connecting. Now it shows active, 100% battery already. And the earbuds themselves are now simultaneously flashing blue every 3 to 4 seconds. So I'm going to get out of this, exit out of my settings, and we're going to then move forward together, and we're going to test this out and see how it performs. I now have both earbuds in my ears. The first thing I noticed whenever I got the left one put in, I heard a female voice say, "Connected," to let me know that both of them obviously are in place, they're paired, they're ready to play audio. The next thing I noticed was that it's really hard to hear anything outside of the earbuds. They cover the inner ear very well, so as to prevent any additional outside noises from getting in. So it is canceling or preventing some of the outside noises from getting past the actual earbuds. Now, I do want to go ahead and try to play a song and see what the audio actually sounds like in the earbuds. So bear with me. It actually sounds really good. The bass is on point. It sounds like surround sound. It's got an excellent sound to it. Very high quality. It sounds like I'm at a concert. I don't even have the volume turned all the way up. I've got about halfway up, but it sounds great. Let's see if you can hear it. You probably can't hear that, but it sounds great. That was quite unexpected. Regularly $30, a fraction of the cost of an AirPod. Alright, so I turned the music off. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of my ears. Sound quality is phenomenal. Now, these earbuds, although they are a fraction of the cost of the AirPods, they may not provide as many benefits as the AirPods do. But they do have the call control, which is fantastic. They can connect to both Apple and Android. It only takes the earbuds themselves about an hour to fully charge. It takes the case an hour to fully charge. So, and I'm just looking at the official site that I was on earlier to try to get some more insight on how to pair them, and I found some additional FAQs on this. So it's always a good idea to try and pull up the official site to any sort of electronic product that you buy. I normally do it for anything that I buy that I haven't tried first, which this is one of those scenarios. Go ahead and pull up that official site, get the specs, get any sort of information that you can get that you wouldn't have been able to get prior to the purchase. Another thing that I see that's really interesting is that although it cannot connect to the PlayStation, the PS4, the Xbox One, it really can't connect to many consoles. It can actually connect to the Nintendo Switch. So that was an interesting aspect that I didn't even consider connections to the console. I just wanted to use it for my phone, but it can also work with tablets, other MP3 players, laptops, anything else really with a Bluetooth connection. But and you don't necessarily have one master bud. You can use either of them interchangeably. You can use the left one by itself, the right one by itself. You can use them both together. But let's see. You can utilize Siri, Google Assistant, or Alexa. Very interesting. It does not have a fast charge type of thing because it has the micro USB charger. There's not really much to say on that. Now, one thing that did kind of stand out to me as far as like the warranty on this product goes, Skullcandy does stand by the warranty. It's I think I read that it's a 2-year limited warranty. If there's any sort of manufacturer's defect, anything like that, if a charging case is broken, if one bud goes missing, they've got something called the Fearless Use Promise, where they will replace, but they still charge something. It's a discount, but they still charge for it. So you've got that. It's not so much a warranty as it is maybe like a sort of an insurance, like you're paying a deductible to file a claim and get a replacement. It's not really a warranty if you lose a bud or break the case or something like that, because that's not a manufacturer defect, right? That's just that's user error. So they've got that Fearless Use Promise, which is an extra unexpected bonus from Skullcandy. They didn't have to do that, but that's it's a good thing that they do that. That way, you know, at least if it's not a manufacturer defect, which they will cover, they'll still cover replacement of any sort of physical damage or loss under that Fearless Use Promise. I just got off of a call to test the call capabilities of the Skullcandy Jib True Wireless Earbuds, and I was quite surprised at the result. I received a call and I tapped the little Skullcandy icon that's on the back of, there's a little button on the back of the earbud. I tapped it one time, it immediately picked up the call. I heard the caller on the other side right away. They were crisp and clear. And when I asked them if they could hear me, they said it sounded like I was speaking directly through the phone speaker. So it didn't even sound like I was on any sort of earbud or headphone, headset, or anything of that sort. It sounded like I was just speaking through the phone. So that is actually that's actually quite great quality for an earbud. I can certainly appreciate that. I'm quite surprised at how this turned out. Being $30, although I got it on sale for $15, I'm also shocked about that, with how good this is, with how great of a product this is. Again, a fraction of the cost of Apple AirPods, and its quality is just as good. So I definitely highly recommend this, although there were some bumps in the road at the beginning. It was a difficult task to try to get it paired. Once I got that figured out, it's been smooth sailing since. It's real easy, they're fun, they do a fantastic job of providing quality sound, so I highly recommend these.